You were never who they told you that you were. Somebody buried your real identity on purpose, buried it deep enough that even you forgot it was there, and it just clawed its way back to the surface. If you've spent years feeling like an outsider in your own life, too much for some rooms, too quiet for others, never quite fitting the mold anyone handed you, never quite belonging anywhere long enough to relax, that was never failure. That was concealment. Heaven doesn't waste a hidden season. It uses it to hide the weapon until the weapon is needed. Today, 7 signs prove you were never ordinary. You were chosen. And the last one exposes exactly why someone worked so hard to keep you asleep. This isn't flattery. This is discernment. 7 proofs that your past wasn't wasted. It was preparation. Stay to the last one. It's the sign they hoped you'd never uncover. Number 1, seasons of isolation that never fully explained themselves. You didn't quit those friendships. Doors closed on their own. Rooms you used to belong in went quiet, like a current pulling you out before a wave you couldn't see yet. For a while, you called it loneliness. You blamed yourself for it, replayed conversations, wondered what you did wrong, wondered if you'd said too much or given too little. But nothing was wrong. Nothing you did caused it, and nothing you could have said would have stopped it. That wasn't punishment. That was extraction. A hand was moving you out of a room before that room could cost you your assignment, before those people could talk you back down to a version of yourself you'd already outgrown. Stop grieving people who were never assigned to your next chapter, because if you keep reaching for a seat at that old table, you'll miss the one already being built for you. Isaiah said it plainly, "I am doing a new thing. Do you not perceive it?" That new thing required an old room to go silent first, and the silence wasn't rejection. It was preparation wearing rejection's clothes. Number 2, opposition that got louder the moment you started changing. The second you stopped drinking, stopped shrinking, stopped explaining yourself, the noise doubled. Old friends got critical. Family got suddenly concerned. People who never checked on you before started checking on you constantly, and it didn't feel like love. It felt like surveillance. Weeds don't fight a field that's already dying. They fight the one about to bloom. That resistance was never proof you were wrong. It was proof you'd become dangerous to something, dangerous to a version of you that other people had gotten comfortable managing. So you learned to go quiet again, just to make the noise stop. That's the trap. The second you shrink, the assignment shrinks with you, and what should have been a breakthrough becomes another year of survival dressed up as peace. Another year of small and safe and quietly disappearing. Real peace doesn't ask you to disappear. It asks you to stand still while everything around you reacts to who you're becoming. Number 3, a gift so specific it embarrassed you. You downplayed it. You called it just something I do, because owning it out loud felt like exposure, felt arrogant, felt like too much. But an oyster doesn't apologize for the pearl. It just keeps forming it in the dark, whether anyone's watching or not, whether anyone ever applauds it or not. Peter wrote that each one has received a gift and is meant to use it to serve others, not bury it out of politeness. You've been treating your gift like a liability. It was never a liability. It was a summons. And every time you shrink it down to fit the room, someone in that room walks away without what they came for. Stop apologizing for the thing you were built to carry, because the world doesn't need your modesty. It needs your obedience. Number 4, a sense of purpose that refused to die quietly, no matter how many times life tried to convince you to settle. You tried normal. You tried the job that made sense, the relationship that made sense, the version of you that fit in, the smaller dream that wouldn't scare anyone at the dinner table. Normal never fit right. It sat on you like a coat 2 sizes too small. Technically wearable, quietly unbearable. That restlessness wasn't dissatisfaction. It was memory. Before you were formed, you were already known, already set apart, already assigned. That's not poetry. That's a claim on your life older than your doubt, older than the years you spent trying to talk yourself out of it. So stop negotiating with a calling that predates your permission slip. It was never yours to cancel. Number 5. The people who left the exact moment you leveled up. Not the enemies, the familiar ones. The ones who cheered your struggle but went cold at your progress, who called your growth different, like it was a diagnosis instead of a promotion, who liked you better when you needed them and got strangely quiet the moment you didn't anymore. That timing isn't coincidence. Comfort can only travel with you so far before it becomes a leash. You'll want to chase them. You'll want to explain yourself into being understood again, to shrink your progress into something small enough for them to swallow. Resist it. Let them go without chasing an explanation, without shrinking back down to make the goodbye easier, because some relationships were only ever rated for your old ceiling and you don't live there anymore. Here's where it lands: isolation that pruned you, opposition that pressured you, a gift you tried to hide, a purpose that wouldn't die, people who couldn't survive your growth. 5 signs, 5 separate seasons that felt like loss in the moment and looked like design from here. None of that was random. That was a pattern of refinement, not rejection, and refinement doesn't ask your permission before it starts. And now here's the one most people never make it to. Number 6, doors that slammed shut right before the right one opened. The job that fell through at the last minute. The relationship that ended without warning, mid-sentence, mid-plan. The deal that collapsed the week before it was supposed to close, leaving you standing in the wreckage, wondering what you did to deserve it. You called it bad timing. It was actually protection. Some closed doors weren't obstacles. They were guardrails keeping you out of a room that would have delayed you for years, maybe decades. God is not rejecting you when He closes a door mid-step. He's redirecting you before you commit to the wrong address. Proverbs put it plainly: a person's steps are directed by something bigger than their own plans, something that sees the whole road while you can only see the next 10 feet of it. Stop mourning the door and start watching the hallway, because the real one is already unlocking right now while you're still staring at the one that closed. Number 7, and this one is subtle. This one is dangerous because it doesn't look like an attack at all. It looks like humility. It looks holy. It's the identity they hoped you'd forget. The quiet, permanent agreement that you're not really that important, that someone else is the chosen one, and you're just support staff in somebody else's story. Nobody has to fight you for this one. You volunteer for it, hand it over willingly, dress it up as spiritual maturity so no one questions it, including you. That belief will drain your spirit slower than any open opposition ever could, because you won't even resist it. You'll just quietly miss the assignment while calling it staying humble, while calling your silence maturity, while calling your invisibility peace. Paul told Timothy not to let anyone look down on him because of his age, because low self-perception isn't meekness. It's sabotage wearing meekness as a disguise. You were never called to shrink in the name of holiness. Small isn't sacred. Invisible isn't obedient. Somebody sold you that trade, and you've been paying it off for years.